Hello and welcome. I am the Suit&Tie Dip&ChewGuy, and this is the number 68 chew review. 68 of them. And I got two more waiting the wings ready to round out to 70. So if you're having a hard time seeing what this was, by the time you're watching this, there should be a title. I plan to put this in the title because it's not going to register to anyone as anything. This is cotton boll. Cotton and then B-O-L-L. Cotton boll, the definition of that is, besides this product, the clumps of cotton on a cotton plant, basically. It's the little white clumps that are on the, I guess you'd call that the flower, the bud of a cotton plant. So this is a rather old product. I don't know who originally had it, but American Snuff Company has it now. The packaging it's not the greatest. I mean, a lot of Twist comes like this in clear packaging, like the RC Owens products, but they use a heavier cellophane paper. This stuff is really light. The package is holding air. As you can see, it was actually holding more air until I purposely squeezed it really tight to see if it would lose any, and it started to, and I stopped. So the package is easily compromised. The paper itself is real light, and the problem with this review here is that it's just hard to see. So inside you have one twist, which, if the packaging is good for anything, it's seeing the product before you get it. And it feels fairly supple and in good shape. So you got the title going around, and I think it's actually sized so you can see it. When in person, it's a little bit easier. It's sized so the wording goes with the loop of the twist. Chewing tobacco is denoted, and then in black right there, one twist. Then you have the warning label. On the back, you have two end seams that are clamped shut, and then a seam that runs the length. On the back, you have another warning label and the barcode. On the end, the side rather, not the end really, you have very small American Snuff Company branding in the middle there. The fact that this product is 100% U.S. tobacco. Sales only allowed in the United States. And then you have manufacturer's information and a call number. This is made by American Snuff Company that is headquartered out of Memphis, Tennessee. This is denoted as one twist. Weight on it, I do not know, but if I had to guess, I am going to say 2.5 ounces. Might be 2, but 2.5 at the upper end. So the twist, keep in mind, for those new and haven't seen any of my other reviews of Twist, the twist they're referring to is the rope, the twist of the rope, and then they twist that rope into this pattern and clamp it at the end. I'm going to cut this with scissors at the bottom. I have never had this product. This is one of those deals where I can only imagine that they package it like this because this is how it was always packaged, like even before American Snuff Company had it. And I say that because some of their other twists are in much better packaging, like Cumberland Classic, which is in a foil bag with no light getting to it. Mammoth Cave is in a clear bag, but the bag is tinted, cutting down on the light getting to it. So, I mean, it's one of those deals that we could sit and hypothesize forever, theorize as to why they do it this way. I have a feeling it's because It's always been done this way with this product. So let me get it out. So this has been twisted around on itself and then sort of tie clamped at the end, at this end, all right? But when they're talking about a twist, they're talking about the twist of the rope that makes this formation. And it is on this one, although supple and the product feels in good shape, the twist itself is pretty tight. It's wrapped real tight. They've really tightened it down. So I will be cutting out a section of here, which is consensus is that is the best part, especially for a review, and that's the part I usually take. All right, but that's what you're looking at. The outer leaf is fairly dark, but there is some blonde, natural blonde. I'm guessing it's just natural tone of the leaf. This product, it smells very natural. Now, a lot of twist leans very dry for guys that are new to it. It leans dry. This is giving play. It's in good shape, but it's not even tacky. That last one I did, there was a slight tackiness to it, and it had been sweetened. It had been treated with something. Now, none of these twists are overly sweet. The sweetest one probably is the Cumberland Classic, but none of them are over processed. They're not over sprayed or anything like that. They're usually not tacky. They're dry, sometimes even crinkly, like crinkle sounding, which I can hear it with this. I mean, real close if I get it up to my ear. So I'm going to hit the pause and I'm going to cut this, and then I will be back. And I am back. Okay, so basically what I did was I just cut the loop out of it, okay, which is right there. Now, these act a little odd in the mouth. Sometimes they sort of expand a bit. Other times they seem to expand and then really compact down. So it's a little, I don't have enough experience. Obviously, I do not do these on a like day-to-day basis. So I don't really have enough experience to say how much you should cut. But for the reviews, I usually take something. It depends. The last one, I took a smaller bit of the loop. But the last twist, if you go back and look at that, was considerably large. The whole thing was, the dimensions were a lot larger. Now, as far as telling if the product's in good shape, besides that whole wave thing I was doing, when you cut, if you use scissors of some sort to cut this out, and I say scissors because a knife will not give you the same effect, but if you use scissors, when you cut into it, the outer paper will usually give a crinkling sound, but the product inside there, the filler, it should feel a little like gummy cutting through it, okay? And that's a way to tell that the twist is in good shape. It feels a little now, if you're crinkling all the way through and there's stuff breaking up and falling apart to an extent, to a good extent, then the thing's probably been sitting in the store you bought it at for quite a while. This one, it was gummy. Crinkled through the outer wrap, and then it got gummy as I cut through it. So I'm going to throw this in, and then I'm going to pause again because these take a little while to get going, and there's some active chewing to do. So, back in a moment. And I am back, and hopefully the video thus far has been okay quality-wise. I wasn't really paying attention. Something else had opened up on the computer behind the camera playback that I have below me here. So hopefully everything is fine, because obviously I can't reverse that. So the product is a natural. It's natural, probably air-dried, dark leaf or darker leaf. It's very old school. Can't say it's a favorite of mine by any means. It is not sweet at all. At all. In the mouth, it comes off a little zingy. Side of my tongue on the side is got a mouthfeel to it. Even my cheek, back where my upper and lower jaw meet. Again, there's a mouthfeel going on. So, I don't know why that is with these twists. Twist is the only type of chewing tobacco that I have repeatedly, through reviews, gotten a mouthfeel like that to that extent. There are some other ones that are loose leafs and a plug, maybe 2 plugs, that give a little mouthfeel, but it's not the usual. For whatever reason with twists, I usually get that, with the exception of a couple of the foldovers from Arceon. So I don't know if because of processing or lack thereof, it's a little bit stronger, but it tells me now. Right now, I'm getting it on the roof of my mouth too. It touched my tongue, and I touched my tongue to the roof of the mouth, and even the roof of my mouth has a slight tingle to it, which is like not the norm when it comes to chewing tobacco at all. So it's interesting that it does that. And if there is, for some reason, somehow, more nicotine in these than regular loose leaf chew or plug, then that would be a big selling point, I'd imagine. As far as flavor, it's unsprayed down leaf tobacco. It's about as natural as it gets. There is no salt content like a natural dip, but if you could imagine a natural dip without that salt aspect, it would sort of taste like this, only you have more of it in your mouth. When you get it in, you got to actively chew. I mean, for like a minute or two. Now, as I said in past reviews, I normally do not really chew too much once I get in the cheek. Same here, only it takes more chewing to get it into the cheek. And even right now, I feel like I need to do a little bit more. Flavor is not my favorite. I'm Stoker Straight Guy and Redman Stoker's loose leaf products. Sweet is how I lean. I like some naturals though, and I can appreciate this, but this is not something I would buy repeatedly outside of review material. And most of the twists are that way. They're all very unprocessed, lean, dry, no molasses. There are a couple that have sweet aspects. The last review I did was one. I'll probably link that here. Probably my favorite is Cumberland Classic because it was probably, looking back on it, it was probably the sweetest twist out of the twist. But even then, it's not sweet like Stoker's Apple or something like that. And it's not flavored like that, definitely. I've never run across a flavored twist. So, if you see it, this is one of those deals, and I'm sure the person that's responsible for this review is thanks to Mississippi Rebel, as he puts it, and I fully agree, and I probably said it in the past, this is one of those things that if you see this, and even though you may not, I saw that review, and I'm probably not going to like that, if you can get it at the right price, give it a try. Because I tell you what, sales and stuff like this that fall to a certain extent, a company will go on with it for a while. But if people stop buying it completely, if the generations that were used to this die out and new people don't pick up the gauntlet from there, it just disappears. And, this signifies somebody's job. There are people out there, their employment relies on this product. So, I don't want to see anybody, putting out an exorbitant amount of money for something they may or may not like or definitely won't like, they think. But at the other hand, I don't want to see products like this disappear because products like this our people's employment, number one. And they are a bit of basically American culture history, depending, how you want to word it. For me, I'm always glad when I try something new, especially in the chew department. Always, no matter if I hate it. I'm glad I tried it. And in that respect, it's well worth the money to me. These things juice up. I mean, and I think the nicotine's there. I really do. I think they have higher nicotine. I don't feel like doing anything right now. And God knows there's been enough chew videos in the past where I was like especially some like the lower tier ones where I'm like, I could really smoke my pipe right about now type deal, Right now with this though, nothing. It's very natural, okay? Untreated, tight twisted, leans dry. But if you see it, you think it's in good shape, and it's not terribly pricey, something new to try. It doesn't have any aspect where I would think like somebody would be like, oh my God, but you know what I mean? It's not redwood snuff. There's nothing sketchy about it. There's no like flavor where like you'd be like, what is the chemical they use to flavor this? It's just lack of flavor. It's a very natural, without salt flavor. It take the salt out of Timberwolf Natural, and it's something along those lines. So this has been the review of Cotton Boll from American Snuff Company. I am the Suit&Tie Dip&Chew Guy. I do hope you all are well and are staying safe. God bless.